rugby fans, welcome back to my channel. Now my name is Ralph and welcome back to Rugby Fanatic. Now today we're gearing up for the thrilling matchup between All Blacks and England in Twickenham. Now it's going to be a showdown. It's going to be a good game and also an exciting game to look forward to this weekend. And I thought in this video we'll just break down our prediction lineup and also analyze some player performance and also discuss some key matchups that could determine the outcome. So before we start, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and yeah, let's get started. First, let's recap on the All Blacks' recent performance against Japan. Now, it was a mixed bag. I mean, starting slowly, but they've got the victory. They were too strong for the Brave Blossoms, and you'll probably hear from my previous video. I've already, did a match review. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. If you have, that's great. And also, players stepping up. But as we know, England will present a much tougher challenge. England is a very structural team. They play their boring game. So let's just be honest. The all Northern Hemisphere, they play their absolutely slow game. The whole boring game. But All Blacks like to play the fast game. So I hope that England will change that this weekend. So I hope it's not a tennis game where they kick a lot. So the ball's going up and down. One end, boom, boom. So let's hope that it's not a tennis game or a boring game. So I'm looking forward to this challenge. So yeah, we'll see what happens this weekend. So hopefully that performance from the All Blacks, will influence the lineup as well. So, all right, let's get into my predictions for starters for the clash against England. Now, I've already made a video and already predicted my starting 15. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. If you haven't, well, like I said again, thumbs up. That's great. So anyways, I'm just going to break it down by positions. So starting with the backs, I reckon the players will likely to be in would be Sevu Reece. I mean, Sevu Reece, man, he was awesome against Japan. I mean, he was nothing short of explosive against Japan, and also his ability to break the defensive line and his tackles, and he just creates that flair and also opportunities out wide, will be crucial, and also against a strong English team. So expect him to bring that intensity. So I reckon he'll likely to be in, and also another player that will definitely be in the clash between England would be Proctor. I reckon he impressed me with his, composure and also decision making as well. He's becoming a reliable, upon that midfield, that option, and he has the skills to unlock the English defense as well. His defensive game is superb last week, and he can just read the game, read the defensive line. He's a good defender, so look for him to link up well with the wingers as well. He's a good support player as well, so I'm excited for him as well. So I reckon he'll be likely to be in the team. And also Anton Lienert-Brown, he'll definitely be in that team. Lienert-Brown's experience is invaluable. His playmaking skills and also his defensive as well will be essential against England as well. So he'll look to control the midfield battle, and he can orchestrate plays and also create space for the outside backs. Now he'll be in, and also Wallace Atiti. Now he'll be in with his incredible form against Japan and also in the Rugby Championship. I mean, Satiti has proven his consistency in terms of his performance. I mean, he's emerged as a game changer, and he's a powerhouse as well. Say it time after time. I think he's just a threat, and also he's the future as well. So his blend of speed and strength makes him a nightmare for those defenders. I'm excited for this young gun, and I expect him to be a key vocal point in both attack and defence, and potentially breaking through the English line. And I do, yeah, I want to see more of that, from his recent form, and hopefully he will definitely influence that up against England. So he's going to cause havoc in that back row as well. So hopefully he gets a start, but unlikely. I think Ardie will definitely be that number 8. For Satiti, I reckon Satiti will shift to number 6 or 7. It depends. So that's going to cause a headache for Scott Robertson and his coaching staff as well in terms of selection. And another person that I think that's going to be in as well is Sam Cane. Now, you cannot take this guy out of the picture. I mean, his leadership will be crucial in pressure games, especially in Twickenham. He's played England so many times, so he knows what it's like. He can read England inside out. His defensive game has been on point, also his work rate, and also ability to inspire those around him. So be good for him to sort of influence the young ones as well. So his experience will be vital in that game, and he's going to set the tone early as well. So he'll be in, and also other person they'll be in, likely to as a starter, potentially would be Patrick Tuipulotu. I mean, Tuipulotu physicality and experience as a captain against Japan was evident. He's a key figure. I mean, in the line out, he's a powerhouse in defence. Expect him to lead from the front as well. So he'll be a vital player in that starting lineup. But I do hope he starts. But there's a bit of debate between him and Tupuvai. But unlikely. I do think that Tupuvai will definitely be in the locks together with Scott Barrett. So I just thought I'll just go with Tuipulotu just based on his recent performance. But I think, my honest opinion, I do think that Tupuvai will be too strong because his recent performances against South Africa, he's just a powerhouse, and in that breakdown, and also set pieces as well. So it'll be unlikely that Tuipulotu will probably be on the bench, and Tupuvai will definitely get that spot, that lock spot as a starter. So that's my prediction, but I do think that Tuipulotu should be a starter. So I think he's in. And also another person would be Asafo Aumua. I think he's in. I think Aumua has been making a mark, and also with his powerful carries and solid scrummaging. Even though he didn't have a good start against Japan in terms of his set piece, his throwing, but he managed to pull through, and he started to find his way through in his performance in that game against Japan, and also he has the ability to gain ground as well, and he's a vital player as well, and will definitely be a threat against England as well. So he'll cause some havoc as well. So I believe he'll start if he keeps up his current form. I mean, probably needs to work on his lineouts, but it's unlikely that he'll be a starter. I do think that Cody Taylor will definitely be a starter, but I think Asafo Aumua brings impact on that bench. So, but I went with Asafo Aumua to start, just based on his recent form against Japan. So hopefully that would influence his game against England. So that's my prediction. I do think that those are the players that will start and that is in the team. Now, let's just look at the players that we think that will make the bench. Now, let's get ready for the impact players. Now, these are the game changers as well. So I put Cam Roigard on the bench. Now, Cam Roigard, yes, he's the future. Obviously, Cortes Ratama will probably get a game over him, or who knows. But it'll be likely that it will be between Cortes Ratama and TJ Penara. But I think Cam Roigard will definitely be on that bench. But TJ, you'll definitely have to start him any day of the week just because of his experience. So TJ will definitely get a start against England, but Cam Roigard will definitely be on the bench. And also, yeah, it's an interesting one with the scrum halves, because you got Cortes, he's the future, and also Cam Roigard's the future. But Cam Royga's just come back from injury, so he's trying to find his way through in terms of his performance and his game. He played an average game against Japan, but he was magnificent. You know, he played an awesome game, but there's probably room for improvement. But he's just come to the international scene, and hopefully, I think there's going to be some worry signs for Scott Robertson. I think he's trying to sort of just build on his performance and get that confidence, get that confidence back from him, because he just came back from injury. So be interesting to see whether he gets a spot, or is he on the bench, or is it Cortez Ratama. I mean, with Cortez Ratama's form has been impressive as well. So it's going to be a tough one. So I put Cam Royga on the bench, and also Ruben Love as well. I mean, he'll be on the bench. I mean, after a stellar debut last week as well. I mean, Love deserves a spot. I mean, he can add a bit of flair and also add fresh energy into the team, and also their backline and creativity as well if the game is tight. So he'll be another game changer as well. So I put him on the bench. So that's Ruben Love for you. Also, another one would be Sammy Penifino. Now, I reckon he'll be on the bench. I mean, he played an average game against Japan. I mean, I'd like to see him improve more in his game abilities. But I guess Finau brings versatility. I think he can come on and adapt to different, situations and phases of play, and also adding an extra layer of unpredictability as well. And I think, he'll be a threat as well. So hopefully he improves in his game. We'd like to see him more improvement. There's always room for improvement as well. But I think, there's part of his game that he needs to work on. But I think he'll be he'll be on the bench. Now, another player I've added to my bench is Peter Lakai. Now, Lakai's recent form has been magnificent. He made his debut last week against Japan, and he's just the future. I think he brings a lot of excitement and also energy as well. He's so clinical in those breakdowns. Such a strong player. He's quite knowledgeable and he's quite fresh. So be good to start him at number 6. He could be a potential starter as well. But I think he'll be an impact on the bench. But it'll be interesting to see, because Luke Jacobson is out of the tour. He's injured, so he won't be participating throughout the whole tour. So sad news for the ABs in terms of injuries. So there's been an injury crisis at the moment. So there's no Jacobson, so he is out. He's completely out. And that leaves with Ethan Blackadder and also Dalton Papali'i as well. So that'll be interesting to see whether Scott Robertson will go ahead with those players starting at 6 as they're recovering from injury. But I'd love to see, I just love to see Peter Lakai. I think he's one of my favorite players right now. I think he deserves a spot. But I think he's definitely going to be on the bench as my prediction. But it'll be an interesting one. So let me know in the comments below who you think should start at 6. Would it be Peter Lakai, or would it be Ethan Blackadder, or is it Dalton Papali'i? I mean, it's an interesting one. So let me know your thoughts and comment below. And we've got Tamati Williams on the bench as well. So I think he can add some fresh legs in the forward pack as well for Tyrell Lomax. I think his physical presence will be key as well, especially in that second half. So he brings a bit of versatility as well on that bench, and that physical presence in that forward pack. So he'll be vital and crucial against England as well. So now that's the bench. Now let's just discuss who might miss out on the matchday squad. Now these players will need to step up to reclaim their spots. So the players that I've selected that will potentially be out, or probably won't feature in this matchup against England, will be Stephen Perofeta. Now, despite a decent performance against Japan, Perofeta didn't make enough of an impact to earn a place against England, so he'll need to sharpen his game. And then we've got Damian McKenzie. I reckon he's out. I mean, McKenzie has struggled with consistency, his game management, his decision making was poor, and also, His kicking game was on point, but I think he just, yeah, I think his game management it's been a shocker all year, in terms of his recent performance against Japan and also the performance in Rugby Championship. But he's got a lot to improve on, so he's likely to miss out on this one for me. And also Mark Talia will miss out because of his defensive game. I think he lacks on defense, and I guess that would cost him place in that lineup as well. So the coaching staff will need more reliability, experience, and also consistency as well will be crucial for the match. So I reckon he'll miss out. And also Sam Darry, he'll definitely miss out on this one. I think Darry didn't stand out for me in the previous games. He'll need to elevate his performance and to be considerate again. So he's got a lot to improve on. And also another player that's potentially going to be out, I don't think he's going to feature in this game as well, is Basilio Tosi. Now, Tosi's scrummaging has some issues around that, so he needs work on his scrummaging and also just being the impact, So he might be replaced, especially against a technical side, England. So I reckon he's out. And yeah, I mean, those are the players that I think that will probably be out and also won't feature in match day against England. So there you have it. I mean, my predictions for the All Blacks lineup against England. It's shaping to be an epic clash at Twickenham. It's going to be an interesting one, and every player's performance it's got to be up to scratch. I mean, All Blacks got to bring their A game. This is England we're talking about. So I mean, it's going to be a tough challenge and also a tough task for Scott Robertson and the coaching staff as well. So now, time for your thoughts. Who do you think should start, or who do you think should be left out? So I want to hear your thoughts. Comment below, and if you enjoy this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe as well for more rugby content. And thanks for tuning in, and keep supporting my channel, and keep the rugby spirit alive, and keep supporting your teams, and we'll catch you in the next video.